Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I got this cut crease look. So if you're interested, please keep watching. So first I'm going to be starting out with my Anastasia Dip Brow in soft brown. And I'm going to use just the brush I usually use for my eyebrows. And I'm going to sketch out on my lid where I want, well above my lid, where I want my cut crease to cut. So the most important part when you're sketching this out is to do it with your eyes open, looking straight ahead, because you're not actually going in your crease at all. For it to be visible, you need to cut it above your crease. So I'm just looking straight ahead, and I'm going to start sketching it where I want it to be. I also like to wing the inside in. I just think it looks like a little bit more dramatic. And then, of course, I like to wing the outside out. So you kind of have like a double wing. Once you have it pretty sketched out, then you can move around and put your eye in different positions to kind of stretch the lid, because I know it's hard for me to just look straight ahead and draw a line because I have a lot of extra loose skin and it doesn't go smoothly. It tugs on the extra skin. So once you generally have where you want it to be, then you can go back, just stretch that skin out, or move however you want to just sharpen it up and draw it on a little bit better. Okay, so that's good for that. Now I'm going to be going in with the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, and I'm going to just be using colors from this today. I'm going to start off by using the color I'm going to start off by using the color Cocoa, and then I'm going to use Henna and then Sandalwood. Usually I start with my transition shade and then work my way darker, but when I've been doing this, I've been doing it the opposite way. So I'm going to start with my small pencil brush. This is a MAC 219. And I'm going to be picking up this shade Cocoa and just putting this directly over the dip brow. Since there's nothing natural looking about the dip brow because it's gel, by putting this eyeshadow over it and blending it out with your brush, the powder and the brush combination is going to start making it look more blended like eyeshadow. So next I'm going to be switching to a slightly larger brush. I'm using the brush that came in the Kylie eyeshadow kit, but this is also just a MAC 217 is what I would usually use. And I'm going to be picking up the color Henna. And I'm just putting this now on top of the dip brow and Cocoa. But since I have a bigger brush, it's also going to be distributing color in a spot where we don't have any color yet. But I am definitely going over that brown and just trying to make that look as blended as possible. And this part you really don't have to be too careful with. If you got it on your lid, it's okay because we're going to be cleaning that up afterward. Now I'm switching to another brush. This one is again a dupe for the MAC 217, but this is the Morphe one, and it's quite a bit larger, even though it's supposed to be the same. So this is going to be perfect to go in now with the lightest brown shade, Sandalwood. And we want this to go slightly above Henna, but also still blend into the other colors. Now I'm going to be picking up my MAC 239 flat brush, and I'm going to be going into the shade Bay. I'm going to just be cleaning up my brow bone and like highlighting it. Now we're just going to repeat all of those steps with the same brushes and the same colors that we just used before. So I'm going to be going back in with that pencil brush and the shade in the darkest brown shade, Cocoa. And we're just going to do it all again, just so we have a little bit more product on and it's a little bit more blended. And I'm going to repeat those steps a third time just to make it a little bit more intense. Once you have your creases dark and as blended as you want, you're ready to move on. Next I'm going to be going in with my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. And I'm going to be applying it with the smallest concealer brush I can find, just so I have as much control as possible. And I'm going to be covering my whole lid with this. And then I'm going to be really precise once I'm bringing it up to the line that we made with the dip brow. And then I'm also going to be winging it out. Now I'm going to be going back in with my MAC 239 flat brush and the color Bay and just packing that right on my lid. And again, I'm going to be really precise once I get up close to the line. Don't forget to take it on the inner portion if you drew a line there. And then also underneath the wing. Next I'm going to be going in with my NYC liquid liner and just drawing a winged liner like I always would. And then I always just use my concealer brush to go back in and clean up my wing and drag it out a little further. Next I'm going to be going in with my Inglot gel liner and lining my waterline on the bottom with that. Once you put on your bottom eyeliner, especially if you're putting it in the waterline, it can look a little harsh. So the best thing to do is just go back in with a pencil brush, and I'm going in with the brown eyeshadow, the shade Cocoa, and just smudging that out and really softening that harsh black line. And then to soften it up even more, I like to go back in with a light brown color. I'll be using Sandalwood and just lightly dusting that along the bottom of my eye too. That way you get a really smoky look. I already have some mascara over here, but I'm just going to finish up with a little bit of mascara. And then I'm going to be going in with lashes. I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty lashes in Samantha. Next I'm going to be going in with my Nicole Guerrero Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighting kit. And today I'm going to use the color Daydream. And then I'm going to be picking up some of the color Forever Lit and just highlighting the inner corners of my eyes. Next I'm going to be picking up some of the shade Kitty Cat and highlighting my nose. And that completes this look for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you learned something from this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe for more tutorials like this. Bye.